Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Yeah, I think Solana has decided which way it wants to go. Already posted it earlier already for gold members on Discord and Telegram because we have just seen just now a break below 85.50 and it was already, let's say, quite obvious that it would probably follow the pathway to the downside like 1 or 2 hours ago when I posted. And it's following through. Bitcoin also sees a bit of a sell-off just now, a little bit of additional volatility just now. But yeah, I'm now brave enough, confident enough to add a micro count here for the yellow pathway. It looks like it's rolling over, and it looks like we're finally getting into this support area. I think many were waiting for that. There was, obviously, for anybody who's new on this channel, there was an absolute lack of clarity in recent weeks, you could say. So we were literally just waiting for a breakout signal, and that happened today with the break, a sustained break to the downside of the trend line here, as well as a break below 85.50, this critical support level here, this swing low that was formed on the 8th of January. I intentionally did not really provide any, let's say, trade setup or support zone here because I wasn't confident enough to really call it a proper setup. Highlighted it was more something for range traders here potentially. Obviously it could have given us another extension. But obviously now it doesn't want to do it. So it looks currently as if the price wants to follow the yellow pathway directly down. That's potentially good because then at least we get this correction done quicker rather sooner than later. It would be a pain, to be honest, to see this third first, then a fourth, and then the fifth. The idea is now that we complete this fourth wave and then see a fifth wave from the support region. This support area hasn't changed. It's been on the chart for many weeks. And I mean, does that mean this has to happen? No, of course not. So there will also be a level that I will give you that will tell you when this assumption has to be revised. Okay, that always, risk management levels, very important. So I will tell you which one that is in a minute. But let's dive into the microstructure. So the idea is that a fourth wave is now unfolding. You will remember in previous videos we were discussing, okay, is it the fourth or do we get one more extension before the fourth wave starts? Now the market, at least it seems currently, as if it wants to go down, roll over. The micro count I have added here is that this A wave obviously bottomed here on the 3rd of January. Then I assume this B wave topped here, which was the top on the 11th of January. Now it is technically possible to call that a triangle as well, but it didn't drop directly enough for me. So I rather say, okay, this was a wave B. And then we had a wave 1 to the downside, only a 3-wave move though. So the move down has to be a diagonal. So we had a wave 1 here on the 13th of January, a wave 2 rally, which peaked on the 18th of January at around $104. And best I can say now is that this third wave is unfolding. And because we're dealing with a diagonal pattern, I argue that this here was the A wave, we had a B wave, and now we are in wave C of 3 to the downside. So what does that tell us? That tells us if we are in a third wave, there is a clear target area we can define. I would use for a diagonal the area between the 1.236 extension and the 1.618 extension. So it's between $80 and $74. That's measured with by using the 1-2 setup here. We can also use the A and B waves within wave 3 to look for the 100% extension level. It's a very common Fibonacci extension, which oftentimes a C wave respects. So I will add that to the chart as well. Wow, okay, so it's also at $80. So there seems to be additional confluence at $80. Yeah, I would certainly pay attention to that level because this is for the C wave, the ideal target, wave C of 3. It's also, well, it's the minimum target for a third. I wouldn't really trust it if it only gets to that level, but it's sort of good for confluence, then we should see a wave 4 and one more low in wave 5. And that could, based on what I can see right now, complete this overall wave 4 correction, which already started around the 26th of December. This will likely take a little longer, this correction. But yeah, probably maybe a few more weeks. We'll see how long it takes. But okay, what is the first level? So obviously with every analysis, there comes a level where, you know, you need to know when things go the other way. And well, that would be a break above the B wave high, to be honest, from what I can see right now. So a break above what I have labeled as wave B at $95.10 would suggest that something different is going on. But for now, it looks as if it's rolling over and following through. Because it's an ending diagonal, expect this to be choppy, the micro count. But all of that doesn't really impact the bigger picture at all. Relevant support for this fourth wave is still at $79.34, $59.41, and $47. So these three levels are relevant. Looking at the microstructure, it would suggest that there is going to be a lot of support around the $79 to $80 level. And then possibly we come down to 59, but the microstructure currently wouldn't necessarily suggest it to go down that low. That's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.